Hi, my name's Emma, and I'm a huge book nerd.
You're my library, always open for business.
It has been a very long time since I have done a TBR video, but I think I'm gonna start doing them again in 2021 because I have a goal that you may have seen in my 2021 reading resolutions video to read my way through my physical TBR because I really need to tackle those. I just do. It needs to happen. I think making monthly TBR videos is going to help me kind of motivate me to keep on track and actually get through these instead of picking up whatever I'm in the mood for. Which I'm giving myself enough variety that I should still be able to read what I'm in the mood for because I'm definitely a mood reader. Enough rambling. Let's get into it. The first book that I'm going to read in January, which I have already started, is Asada by Asada Shakur. This book is an autobiography about Asada, who is a Black Panther member who was pulled over with her friends by police in 1973 for a burnt out taillight. And there was an altercation and her friend was killed and one of the police officers was killed. And she is arrested and tried and convicted of this police officer's murder. And then she escapes from prison. True story. All of this true, by the way. Autobiography with a foreword by Angela Davis. And now she has refugee status in Cuba and is living in Cuba. And I am crazy excited to read this, especially because I read the first chapter and each chapter kind of starts or ends with a poem, an incredible poem, I might add. So far, the poetry, mind-blowing. Her story so far is so infuriating. It makes me very angry, and it's good because I should be angry about this. I'm really glad that I've been reading more nonfiction, especially social justice related nonfiction. I think it's super important and I'm gonna keep doing it in 2021. So this is first. Then I'm going to finish the Playwrights Guidebook by Stuart Spencer. I have been reading this forever. I am almost done with it, but I just haven't powered through and read the rest of it, which is so dumb because it's also amazing. It's just one of those things where like I want to take really good notes when I'm reading it because, you know, playwriting, my career, that whole thing, I want to really like study it, and that takes brain power and focus. And a lot of times, you know, after my day job, when I want to read, it's not like a study kind of thing, you know? So I think that's why it's taken me so long, but I will finish it in January. Hold me to it. As you may have also seen in my 2021 resolutions video, I want to participate in the buzzwordathon this year, which is happening a little bit differently. Basically, there's one buzzword for every month, and there are many ways to participate, but the way that I'm participating is just reading one book for each buzzword each month. So the buzzword for January is dream, and for January, I'm going to read Strange the Dreamer. This has been on my shelf for years, very long time. And I don't know why I ever picked it up. I probably found it at Goodwill for like $1 and I figured, hey, I've heard of this, I should add it to my shelf, but I don't care about YA fantasy. So this will be an adventure. We will see how it goes, but I'm excited to give it a try. Then I'm going to read The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood. I don't know why this book scares me so much, but it does. I don't even know what this is about. I've been working on another video that this contains, but I've been working on it since like July, and now it's January and you still haven't seen this video. So hopefully you'll see it at some point in 2021. Basically, all I know is it takes place in the 1940s. There's maybe a murder and there's a book within a book. That's all I know about it. For some reason, I feel like this is going to be a pain to get through. Maybe it won't be. I have no idea. But I have had this book for over 2 years and I haven't read it, so it must be done. Next up is The Guest List by Lucy Foley, which I'm super excited to read. This is one of the most raved about thrillers of 2020, and I'm really excited to finally get to it. It has what I think is becoming one of my favorite sort of tropes. It's that sort of "and then there were none" style, like everyone's trapped on an island and people start dying. I don't know if multiple people die in this, but there's definitely at least one murder. The book is about this couple and their wedding party who go to this remote island off the coast of Ireland, and murder ensues. And then I have Anxious People by Friedrich Bachmann, which is another one that I'm crazy excited to get to, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. I love Friedrich Bachmann, one of my favorite authors. This book is about a bank robbery and a bunch of anxious strangers who I think are all like victims of the bank robbery being stuck together and learning about each other. So I'm excited. Then, no, we're not done yet. I know I'm being crazy ambitious, but we'll see how it goes. Next up is The Mercy Seat by Neela Butte. I have some plays I'm trying to get through as well. This is one of them. This is about, in the immediate aftermath of 9/11, there are two people stuck together who work together who are trying to decide if they are going to go back to their families or if they're going to run away together and start a new life and like fake their own deaths. So that sounds really intriguing. I actually did not know that that's what this was about, so I'm more interested. And then next up I have Dear Emma by Katie Heaney, which I'm also pretty excited to get to. This is much fluffier, light contemporary romance. It's based on Emma by Jane Austen, but it takes place in a more like techie world. I think she's like a blogger. I don't know if she's setting people up. I would assume. Don't really know what the deal is, but I think it's cute and it has my name on it, so I'm excited to read it. I mean, the longer I look at this stack, the less likely I think it is that I'm gonna get through it, but we're dreaming big. We're dreaming big. We're setting big goals to start the year off. The last book that I'm going to try to get to is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I just really want to read this in either January or February or maybe March. But I just think that like this fantasy vibe is going to have more like of a wintry, cozy feel. I'd rather be like cozied up under a bunch of blankets and it's dark outside when I'm reading this. So hopefully I'll get to it. We'll see. I don't really know, but I'm very excited to read this. And those are all of the books that I hope to get to in January. We will see about a month from now if I have accomplished any of them, all of them, some of them, maybe half of them. If you've read any of these, let me know what you thought of them down below. I would love to discuss them as I read. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Mwah.
Now I was headed to the bus stop.